Yeah, good day, everybody, and welcome once again to Force Forsage Kinging Team webinar. And just as we do, we always bring you recent and uh, related information to the updated Forsage in Force with the leadership of Lado Ohoknitov. And in the past few weeks, we've been following Mr. Lado with the instructions that has been given to us first on the bots. And we had a video that explained how the bot works. And several of us on our team got on the bot. And we also used the same information to check out how the bot works while we sent it to our friends. I actually saw that the views on our video on YouTube about the bot, how to use the bot, was increasing on a daily basis. That's amazing. So I definitely know that a lot of people got on that bot and they used it for the first process of the platform for the new interface. So the next phase will be the phase of indicating who your upline will be in a new interface. But that has not yet been announced. But as of yesterday, we had an information from the creator of Forsage giving us the video that talks about the full presentation of the new and updated Forsage in Force, the Forsage Classic Marketing, and the Forsage Force. And seeing the matrix of the Forsage Force, it's mind-blowing. And then thinking that the emission of the IDO of the Force coin will be generated right on the system, right on our platform, is also mind-blowing. This is going to be the biggest thing in the crypto space, ladies and gentlemen. And the crypto world will hear about what we do in Forsage in just a short time from now. What we are going to show the world is a new style of doing crypto business in the crypto space. So that's why you need to be patient with the process as we bring you more and more information. Definitely, you will be guided aright. And that's why you have to ensure that whatever you need to do, follow the process of getting the right information from our WhatsApp groups and our Telegram channel. Okay, right away, I'm going to be sharing my screen to give you a little insight as to what was passed across yesterday, because we're still expecting the... Okay, let's stay muted. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you. So just kindly stay muted. Okay. Good. So I said that yesterday an information was released by the creator of Forsage about the Forsage Force. Okay, the Forsage Force, and I will be giving us a little insight as to what he communicated yesterday. And like I said, on subsequent Zoom calls, we will get downloaded with the full information. All right, though the marketing material in the PDF format has not yet been released, but through some screenshots, I can be able to explain some important things to you as to how the Forsage Force is going to be done, and then the new updated Forsage, how it will look like. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right away so I can take you on that journey. So I think I will select this. Okay. right. Okay, so share my screen right now, and then oh, good. Can we see my screen? Can we see it?
Yes.
Good. All right. So we are going to be looking at the updated Forsage and the Force and Forsage. Okay. So if you're with me, please just rotate your screen, because I'm going to be explaining things with a rotated screen today. And then I'm going to be sliding from the left to the right, which was supposed to be the other way around, because these are just screenshots. I believe by in the near future, subsequent days ahead, we will be sent the marketing material in the PDF format. So the updated Forsage is going to be working with the Force project. The Force project is the latest idea of the creator of Forsage for the community members, in addition to the Forsage matrix. I remember last year when a lot of people were talking to the platform creator for Forsage for a way to generate income in a passive way. So the Force is actually that solution to generate income in a passive way. And the platform creator had been working on this project for a long time, and then it's been reviewed in the new and updated Forsage. So what you can see, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Thank you. So the updated Forsage will be working with the Force project. All right, and then there are many updated changes that has been done on the new and updated Forsage, which I will be sharing with us. So now the Force project is going to be having its own space. All right, what you can call the ecosystem, and you can see just like the previous Forsage, the updated Forsage has a lot more range of the updated Forsage has a lot more range and wide interface for people, so that they can be able to interact with the platform easily. Okay, so sorry without rotating my screen. I just wanted to get this out. Good. So we can see on our screen here that we are going to be having the Forsage. I'm going to be having the Traders Hub. So these are going to be different websites in association with the Force platform. We're going to be having NFT platforms. We're going to be having our own NFT. All right, and then the Force Academy, very important, and then the marketing tools. So all this and more will be provided for anyone who seeks to have knowledge to promote his or her campaign. In other words, you are not going to be left not doing anything, okay, because the platform creators are going to provide us with all the necessary information we need for an updated Forsage in Force. Okay, so the next thing I want us to look at is the Force project. For some of us who have been on Forsage in the past, might have heard of the XXX and the X Gold program. And what we can see here is the demonstration of the Force project. You can see the Force project is massive. There has nothing like this existed in the history of networking. Just the same way that before Forsage came out with the X Gold, it had not been in existence. Now, this is another matrix that is higher than the X Gold, never existed before. And then this will make people to earn even up to, you can see there, 5 levels below. In other words, 5 generations below your structure. You can earn up to 5 generations below your structure. And then there are many other features to that. If you go through this, Okay, feel free to take screenshot, but though the updated um, documents, the updated marketing material will be released very soon. So I will be explaining with this, but I'm not going into the Force project now, because the Force is something that will be launching later on as the year goes by. So I'm going to be working with the Forsage Classic tonight, the updated Forsage and what it looks like. For those of us who have watched the video, you might want to listen attentively so you can understand better what you heard in the video. So now, the Forsage Classic is the updated Forsage program. If you have been in Forsage before, you will know and you will remember that Forsage had two programs. Okay, so they started with two programs called the Forsage X3 and then the Forsage X4. And then what Lado was saying was that initially they wanted to bring X3 and X4 together, all right, but because of the technicalities around it, that was far back as 2020, because of the technicalities around it, they had to split, to separate the two programs. Okay, but if you check very well on the blockchain, you will see that it is one smart contract that controls the X3 and the X4. And that's wonderful, that's amazing. But with the updated Forsage, the X3 and the X4 are going to be together. Okay, it is going to be full-fledged together. In other words, different levels are going to be carrying X3, while some levels are going to be carrying X4, but all of them are going to be in one matrix. And I'm going to be showing us that on the next screen. That's the Forsage Classic, the X3 and the X4, which is the main important aspect of our team. And remember when we started the Forsage Forsage Kinging Team and made important review on how we need to stick to the X3 and the X4. And most of our resources are on the X3 and X4. So the future of our team is going to be based on the teamwork by the strategy that we put in place to ensure that everybody is carried along, nobody left behind. Because we've been in teams, or we've been in platforms, or we are coming from platforms that we've seen a lot. So why should we get into something like this? It's because of the strategy that we have put in place. So let me go over to the next screen. Now, this is how the updated Forsage Classic looks like. And I'm really loving the view already. What you can see here is how the Forsage Classic is going to look like in the new launch, the coming interface. Well improved smart contract. So you can see this is the full-fledged X3 and X4. In the previous system, in the previous platform, X3 existed on its own. X4 existed on its own. But right now, there's going to be an integration of X3 and X4 together, right? Which will help people, those who are working as partners and those who are going to be working as a team. The earnings are going to be both for people working as a partner and people working as a team, full-fledged, integrated together. So that's why you can see that X4 is the one that has more slots in this matrix. You can see this is level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way down to level 12. And then what you can see here is that level 1 and 2 is with the X4 matrix. If you know about the matrix X3 and X4, you should understand how it looks like by now. Then the level 3 is X3, 4 and 5 is X4, level 6 is X3, 7 and 8 is X4, level 9 is X3, 10 and 11 is X4, level 12 is X3. Mind blowing. This is the full-fledged integration of the new interface. Okay, because I mean you can see here that X4, if you know about the X4 and if you've listened to my video when I talked about the X4 is where you get to get earnings from the teamwork. In other words, we are going to be making revenue earnings from ourselves as we grow as a team. And you can see that the X4 is the one that has the higher matrix on the slots. We just have 4 slots with the X3, and we have the rest 8 slots as X4. Think about the integration and what that can do for any team that works together. This is going to be amazing. So there is no how you can compare the current and updated Forsage with the previous one, because this is, I mean, if you look at the previous Forsage, you will see that a lot of people run away from the X3 and then they run to the X4 because of the spillovers. But right now, the spillovers is going to help you to go to the X3. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And the same way X3 works in the previous platform, that's the way it works here. The same way X4 works in the previous platform, that's the way it works here. If you don't know how it works, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description of this video on YouTube for you to understand how X3 works and how X4 works. All right. Well, let's take a look at now. Another important thing I want you to understand there is the fact that another thing I want you to understand there is the fact that the interface is going to be launched with BUSD, okay? But at the long run, we are going to change to our coin, our community coin, the Force coin. All right, that's the long run. This is the new world, the new ecosystem that the platform creators are working on for the benefits of the community. And it's only we that we're part of the initial Forsage that are going to get the benefits of this coin at the head of time, rather than those that are going to be coming in or getting to know about the platform or the interface or the project of the coin after the launch of the Force. This is the privileges that we are going to get as people who were in the Force, who were in the platform before the launch of the Force. Okay, so let me go back to the next screen. Okay, so now another updated thing that Lado told us and worked on is the aspect of upgrades. The aspect of upgrades on the previous interface suggests this, and please listen attentively. In the previous Forsage, in the previous platform, if you get to receive one cycle of your current level, for example, if you're in level 4 and you get to cycle out that the first cycle, and you don't upgrade to the next level, that particular level freezes and you start missing profit from that particular level until you open the next higher slot. Now, Lado said that they have, in the new and updated Forsage, he has lifted that that restriction, okay, because they discovered that some people don't even know that they have cycled the first time, and they keep losing money. They keep losing money. All right. So that's why they had to lift that restriction. So what is now the new thing in the improved Forsage platform? The new thing in the improved Forsage platform is auto upgrades. Auto upgrade. In other words, by the time you get to cycle out your first cycle of a new level, that income is used to open the next level automatically. That's what you are seeing on my screen here right now. Okay, that's what you're seeing on my screen here right now. When you get to cycle, for example, if you're in level 4 here, okay, the moment you get to cycle out the first slot here, you know that this one, from those who know how the X3 works, you know that the third one is for your upline. The third one goes to your upline. So once this one is cycled out, this 2 is used to open the next slot automatically. That only applies to the first cycle. The second cycle and beyond belongs to you for that particular level. The only way that you can move is when you work with these new improvements. And Lado said that they also placed a button for you to turn off auto upgrades, because auto upgrades will be there by default, but you can turn it off. But if you are going to turn off the auto upgrades, you are only going to get 75% of the earnings. 25% is going to be sent to the product, because Forsage is working on a product, the coin that is going to be launched soon, all right, and which demands a lot of finances. So if you get to not upgrade in the platform, 25% of your earnings continuously will be sent to that product for the emission of the coin, all right? And the coin is actually in limited value in the market. It will be in limited value in the market. So, but if your auto upgrade is turned on, the first cycle takes you to the next slot. And that's exactly what we do on the Forsage Kinging Team, ladies and gentlemen. So I appreciate that new feature from the creator of Forsage. I appreciate that. Now, the same thing also applies to the X4. The X4, if you understand the X4 very well, you know you get to earn 300%. All right, 300%. And exactly what I've been explaining before is what Lado did in the X4. You know that the 400% is your main earning, but 300% is your net profit. So you know that the last slot is going to be sent to your upline for a recycle. So what Lado has implemented right now is that once these two gets to be filled up, all right, your first cycle, once the two gets to be filled up, they are used to open your next available level, because the addition of these two is the equivalent of the next higher slot. Why this one belongs to you? That's exactly, if you've been following my videos, that's exactly what I've been preaching in Forsage. And that's exactly what the creators are doing right now. And ladies and gentlemen, this only applies to your first cycle, because they don't want people to be greedy. They don't want people to be selfish. They want people to keep making more money. That's why they decided to lift the freeze and give you auto upgrades. But like I said, if you turn off auto upgrades, 25% of any of your earning in that particular level goes to fund the main project of the coin. All right, so I hope I'm being clear with that, but don't worry, we'll get to bring you more info as time goes on. So, but let me move now. So now this, if you know this very well, this is actually the current way the matrix was in the previous interface. Level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way down to level 12. This is how the view was in the previous interface. All right. So what Lado has graciously done for us is for us to be able to access this interface with the pre-launch. So there's going to be two launch. All right. There's going to be two launch. There's going to be a pre-launch and the main launch of the Force. Please listen attentively. There's going to be a pre-launch and the main launch of the Force. Now, the pre-launch is going to be working with this interface you see here. This one you see here. Right, these prizes you see here, okay? So anybody who joins the new interface with the pre-launch will be activating the slot with this amount. Now, after the Force has been launched, all these amounts you see here for each slot will be doubled. It will be doubled. In other words, the first slot is going to become $10. The second slot will become $20. The third slot will become $40, and etc., etc., till you get to the 12 slots. So why is Lado doing this? He's bringing the full-fledged X3 and X4 together. But for the pre-launch, we are going to be working with only the prices of the X3 or the X4, because it's still the same price. But after the launch of the Force, it's going to be the price of the two matrix in the previous platform combined together. I hope we're understanding this. It's very, very simple anyway. Very simple. So let's take a look at this. So this is what I explained to us initially. I said that if you do not, if you allow auto upgrades, the auto upgrades gets to take place. But if you turn off auto upgrades, any amount you earn in that particular level, that is, if you turn off, if you switch off auto upgrades, sorry, sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. So can we still see my screen?
Yeah, we see.
Okay, thank you. So I was saying that from what Lado said, that if they're going to be doing auto upgrades, but you also be given the privilege to turn off the upgrades. So if you get to turn off the upgrades, that if you get to switch it off, okay, 25% of any amount you earn in any particular level will be sent to fund the project. Hope we can see this very well. 25% of any earnings you get in that particular level in any slot will be sent to fund the project. I hope this is clear. But if you turn on the auto upgrades, the auto upgrades will take effect automatically. So that's for the auto upgrades. So now the next screen, okay, so now this is what I spoke about. So for the pre-launch is going to take the normal prices that we know. Okay, the normal prices that we are acquainted to. This is a normal price. That's going to be the first price of any slot. So if anybody joins during the pre-launch, the person will be joining with the price of this slot. Now, after the launch of the Force, you can see that that's the standard price. The standard price will now be doubled from level 1 to level 12. You can see all the prices there. Everything will be doubled. So now, how does this apply to our team? I'm coming there, okay? How does this apply to our team? So it means that anybody that joins within the time of the pre-launch will be saving 50% of any slot after the launch of the main Force. Okay, so that's the definition of that. So you can see that the first members get to get 50% marketing discount. Okay, that's and then the first line in the Force, and then they gain the Force coin. So that's going to be the privilege of those who join within the pre-launch. For there's going to be the main launch of the Force. So that is like, you can say something like a promo, but we don't know the dates for this pre-launch. Neither do we know the dates when the pre-launch is going to end for the main launch to take place. But what I can say is that from this information that has been passed across, you can begin to reach out to people, okay, for them to take advantage of the pre-launch. Because of when the main launch starts, the amount is going to be double. So let me go back to that previous screen right now. So now, how does this work for our team? How does this work for our team? For anybody joining our team, because on our team, we only work with the first three slots. The first three slots in the previous interface, which was 70 BUSD and then $10 of smart chain, okay, which equals to $80. All right. So now in the pre-launch, you can see the cost for the first three slots. So the cost of the first three slots is going to be a slash of the initial amount. So to join our team during the pre-launch is going to be 35 BUSD. And then with $5 of smart chain, so all people need is $40 to get started on our team during the pre-launch. I hope this is making sense, because that 35 BUSD will activate the first three slots for you. Mind you, there is nothing like X3 and X4 anymore. The X3 and X4 has been integrated together. They're going to be working together. Okay, so after the launch of the Force, everything will go back to normal. You can see now that the calculation of the prices of the first three slots will go back to 70 BUSD and then $10 of smart chain, which will also equal $80. So that will be after the launch of the Force. It will go back to $80. But right now, anybody that wants to join our team can come in with $40, ladies and gentlemen. All right, because of the pre-launch. So anybody that gets to do that gets to save 50% ahead of time of the main launch. I hope this is clear. If this is not clear, I'm going to be giving time for questions just in case you want to ask questions where you need clarifications. But this is the best of its kind. If you ask me, this is the full-fledged smart contract X3 and X4. And the Force project is coming, the Force matrix is coming. And then the biggest of them, the Force coin, is going to be the mind-blowing project in the crypto space globally. And you, as a member of Forsage, is going to be the first beneficiary of the Force coin. So think about it. It's going to be amazing that when people get to launch crypto, it takes a long time for people to get to know about their project and for the coin to be known in the market. But Forsage is already known everywhere. Forsage is already known everywhere. So when Lado gets to launch a coin for passive income, a lot of people will want to take advantage of it. But you, being a member of Forsage, will be the first beneficiary of it before those who are outside will get to know about it. So as those outside gets to know about it, the money begins to appreciate in your wallet. Anyway, that's the Force coin. I will go in details to talk about that in subsequent Zooms. But right now is the focus on the Forsage classic marketing, the full-fledged X3 and X4, the pre-launch. That's the main thing. So right now you can begin to get to people to get them ready with just $40, get their wallets set up. All right, fund the wallets. And when the new launch is going to be announced in the next few days or weeks, we will be told what to do. And then these people can come in with $40. Very simple. So that's pretty much everything for this call. I do hope that by subsequent calls, we'll get to explain deeper things and take more questions as to the regards where you have concerns. So I'm going to be stopping the share right now on my screen to take questions from those who have a question, who have something you wanted to clarify. Please go ahead right now to ask. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Emma.
Your voice is breaking. The line is breaking. Okay, we can hear you now. Right.
I am concerned.
I didn't get to hear your voice anymore.
You said the people calling me with $40, right?
Alison, can you hear her?
No, it's really garbled and breaking up really bad.
I can't really pick a word from what she said.
Do we say the network now? Can you hear me now?
Okay, go ahead, speak.
All right, so my question is, what about those of us who are already in? Do we still need to put in more money to come in, or just move ahead?
Okay, for those who are already on the platform already, the only thing that will make you not spend money is if you got on the bot. All right, if you got on the bot, your from what Lado said, your account in the previous platform will be given to you in the new interface. So you don't need to pay anything. So the only thing you have to do right now, which is the next step, and we are waiting for the instructions for that next step, is to indicate your upline. So for those people who are already in the platform, as long as you got on the bot, you don't have to pay anything.
Right. Thanks for that. Now, another question is this. You said if I turn off the, what I call it, auto update button, if I turn it off, then I'm going to be charged $25, 25% of whatever I
Sure.
earned, right?
Yeah.
So now if I don't turn it off and it gets to update itself, how much is going to get out of my account?
Yeah, in every level you are, either the X3 or the X4, it's always 100% of the income of that particular level. Okay, so if you are in a slot where you're supposed to make $40, all right, let's say that slot is the X4, all right, and then you get to earn $40 from 3 places. That is your net, because the main income is 400%, and one of it will be sent to your upline for recycle, and your net profit is 300%. So from that 300%, 2 of it is going to be sent for auto upgrades, and 1 of it will be yours. And that only applies to the first cycle. Any other cycle apart from that, for that particular slot, the whole 300% is yours. The auto upgrade only applies for the first cycle. And that's exactly what I've been talking about. If you listen to my video, I always say that the first cycle.
What's the benefit of that, or what's the advantage?
The advantage of that is that we keep moving in business. That's just it, because everybody in the team has to be on the 12 slot. That's the goal for everybody on the team. So we don't want anybody to stop doing business. We want everybody to keep moving. And that's exactly what I explained before. I said that one of the rules of our team is that the first income of your first cycle in any new level, you are not meant to touch it. You're meant to use it for upgrade. I've said that several times. So with this new implementation from Lado, that issue is solved. For our team, the only place that will not be having auto upgrade will be the level 12. Every other slot will have auto upgrade. And don't forget that even when you go to a next slot, you can still be earning from the previous slot. All the previous slots, all the way back to level 1, you can still be earning from there. So the main focus is just that first cycle of your new level. And you don't stand to lose anything there, because there's still going to be so much to make as long as the team is growing. As long as the team is growing, there's still going to be more cycles. There's still going to be more earnings. It is only that first cycle that we're talking about. And Lado has helped us to indicate the button for auto upgrade, which is going to be the solution to that problem for us. So the gain for us is we keep going in business, and it gives you opportunity to even earn more. The moment you upgrade, it means any you get from that level, the previous cycles is 100%. But if you turn off the auto upgrade, you're going to be getting 75%, because 25% goes to the project, the main project. So that's just so the benefit of that is by default you get to keep earning 100% continually instead of 75.
Thank you.
All right, good. Did I answer that question clearly?
Yeah.
All right. Subsequent Zoom. Sorry, I didn't get to hear from Allison. Allison, got a question? Was it clear to you?
No, it's not totally clear, but I'm just going to go watch the videos over again.
Okay, I get you. But don't forget, if you have any question, just feel free to ask. Okay. The main thing we need to focus is the fact that the X3 and the X4 has been integrated together. Okay, that's it. And then how much do people need to come in during the pre-launch? $40. Okay, $40. Because
Okay.
after the
Yeah,
main
I
launch,
understand all that. I just don't understand the whole matrix payment and movement and all that. So I'll watch it again and catch on
Great.
some more.
No problem. In the subsequent Zooms, I will also explain how we get to move in that matrix. I will explain deeper into it. All right. I guess we took that question. Harriet, do you have any question to ask? Or nobody else with any other question? No question? All right. Anyway, I want to make us to understand that whatever Lado is doing and whatever I am doing is for the good of our team. Period. All right. Whatever, because I spend time to make sure I study about these things before bringing us information. All right. So whatever I am doing, I'm doing because I want the team to grow, and it's for long term. What we're doing is for long term. It's for years. Okay, you will never have issues. You won't. So that's exactly why we need to get it right the first time. And if we do that, we will continue making progress. Continuous progress will be the hallmark of our team. All right, so I want to thank you all for being on the call, and then you listening to me. Make sure you check the link on YouTube to watch more of our resources, our materials, get to understand how Forsage works, because if you want to scale through, you need to know how it works. Okay, and we are going to be available to help anyone who needs our assistance to understand how to navigate in the platform, in the system easily. In the subsequent Zooms, we will provide more instructions and directions on how we need to go as a team. Thank you for being on the call with me. I appreciate. Bye for now.